Why are you wrong?
Why are you here?
Who said I'm wrong?
You were wrong.
Do we need to give context now?
Yes.
Okay. So
you go. Okay.
I said that Mary Shelley's Frankenstein isn't science fiction; it is horror.
Things can be two
But
things.
it's both.
But it is both. And then we brought out my defenses way later than you weren't there for it. So the big defense I had, the 2024 Anime Awards. They had Crunchyroll had the fantasy, best fantasy. Okay, best fantasy anime. Demon Slayer won.
The smile left his face. All light
Now,
left your eyes.
Demon Slayer is a fantasy story, but would you consider its genre fantasy?
No.
I wouldn't. And that is what I am saying. I don't consider Mary Shelley's Frankenstein science fiction. It does have science and fiction, of course. I consider it primarily a horror. And that is why I don't consider it science fiction. Because I mostly consider the main genre, not subgenres. Because subgenres, you can have God knows how many.
Sorry, I just spaced everything. Does Demon Slayer count as fantasy?
Yes, it is a fantasy story. The stuff is
Am I just
fantastical. Just like the Avengers is fantasy.
That's stupid.
Looks like Chris wins again.
No. You're just like
You're
false
using-
equivalences.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You're using false equivalences and whataboutism to spread your false narrative.
No. This is a true narrative.
No, it is not.
You get a primary genre only.
No.
You can have as many subgenres as you want, but they don't count.
You can have two primary genres that you
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Because
Primary genre only. One. Singular.
what?
Singular.
Singular? Okay.
Singular. Yes.
He's wrong.
He's wrong.
He's so wrong.
Yeah.
No.
So Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Is a horror.
What are we talking about? The 1931 film, or are we talking about the 1818 book?
I mean, most people go with the book.
Okay. So
Horror.
at that time, because you have to look at it from the time period that it was made,
It was horror.
it was science
It
fiction.
was horror.
Making
It is-
a creature out of body parts is
It's
science
terrifying.
Yeah. You want to know what else is terrifying? Space. So anything in space is horror?
Yeah.
It's the main genre is horror. So you would
Yeah.
say Star Trek is primarily a horror
fiction.
media.
He's just doubling down on being wrong now.
Exactly.
No, I've told you space is science fiction.
You
Why?
told us Jurassic
Why?
Park was
It's just what it
the
is.
cosmic horror.
So have you ever turned on the Sci-Fi channel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sci-Fi primarily shows space.
No.
no,
Yes.
they just
Sci-fi.
show
sci-fi.
bad B movies.
Well, nowadays.
Yeah.
Old Sci-Fi when I was a child, so you guys weren't born yet. They showed mostly like
Yeah, I
you know
think I'm that much younger than
like
you.
Star Trek and
You're just
all
12
that.
years older than me.
So it mostly showed science, like sci-fi, more than sci-fi. It mostly showed space stuff. So Stargate and all that jazz.
Now it just shows.
And that is why in my brain
creature
it is
movies.
that. Yeah, now it shows bad stuff like Cocaine Bear.
And like Lake
It's a Science
Placid.
Channel too.
Oh, and Ancient Aliens. Ancient Aliens is on Sci-Fi, I believe, or is
Yeah.
it History? I can't
Both.
remember which one. But yeah, I don't consider Ancient Aliens.
So you're wrong
Yeah,
because
Ancient Aliens
One.
would be not fiction though.
we just know why you're wrong now. You're basing your genres off of the Sci-Fi Channel.
which
Yes.
is dumb.
Mary Shelley's has never been on Sci-Fi.
Okay, now
Maybe
Sharknado
it
is
has
Sci-Fi.
Yeah,
Maybe it has
Sharknado
been.
is sci-fi
Is it?
because it was on the Sci-Fi Channel.
That makes sense.
It's also probably
I would
Sci-Fi.
honestly
it Animal
It's a
Planet
whole bunch
as well?
of future.
I would have honestly considered that nature fantasy.
I think I might
This,
just be
this man's giving me a headache.
ignorant because fantasy to me is like Lord of the Rings. It's like
Oh!
Western fantasy.
Oh, but it,
So you have the same thing he has,
But in a
with
different-
sci-fi,
Oh.
but with fantasy instead.
Yeah.
Okay, no, fantasy is anything that isn't
Real.
real.
so it's fiction.
Okay, that's stupid. That's why we don't just call fiction books fantasy books.
All right. How about
So is Frankenstein
Google the
science
def-
fantasy?
No!
is science fiction?
Why isn't it science fantasy?
Because it sounds stupid.
I'm glad someone
because it's stupid.
I'm glad someone has joined Team Chris here, Wayne. Thank you.
It's sci-fi.
Fantasy is a genre of fiction novel involving magical elements. So, there you go. That is a little bit more specific than just fiction.
That's very broad.
It's still a lot more specific than just fiction. Fiction is just not real.
Hold on. I guess I can't argue that. I was about to say we have medieval fantasy, and that doesn't always have magic in it, but it also does have typically magical creatures still somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
Game of Thrones is stupid to be counted as fantasy, in my opinion.
Why?
Because it has no, like, it has some magical creatures, but, like, and it has, like, a dragon, but there's no, like, wizards and shit.
Science fiction is a genre of speculative fiction, which typically deals with imaginative and futuristic concepts such as advanced science and technology.
Guess what was advanced science and technology for 1818?
It's advanced science and technology now.
Exactly.
But it's a
Mary
horror
Shelley's
story.
Frankenstein. Yes, it was a horror story.
Horror story.
Guess what? Science is usually scary.
Nah.
Yes.
The only thing humans make is horrors beyond our own comprehension.
Exactly.
Horror.
I love whores. Bitches and whores. I love them all. So, by this definition, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is science fiction.
So is Dr. Stone.
I think our main...
Dr.
Yeah.
Stone, yeah.
I wouldn't consider it science fiction. That's not his primary genre.
Okay, but it's still science fiction.
It is, but it's not. Like, I am willing to say, like, I even said it, like, Frankenstein is science fiction, but not primarily. So I wouldn't consider it.
But it's the primary function of the entire... So, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is based around the science fiction of being able to create life.
And,
But
like,
it's a
wouldn't
horror
it be fucked up if we could do that?
It just so happens to be scary as well. Because creating life is terrifying.
See, I think it's a horror story that just so happens to use science to make it scary.
Okay.
Which makes
I
it
think our
science
main
fiction.
No,
argument
it makes it horror.
is that we think things can have multiple genres, and Chris doesn't.
Except when it doesn't fit into the genres that you accept.
What do you mean?
You don't consider Demon Slayer fantasy.
Yeah,
But it won Best Fantasy Anime.
they're wrong.
What
I mean,
genre
everyone
is
agrees that it's
Demon
wrong.
Slayer?
It's gonna say shonen.
Dark fantasy, martial arts, adventure.
I wouldn't have considered it fantasy.
It does have-
It's fantasy, but I wouldn't have put it... Like, when it won, I wouldn't have considered it the winner. There was better things there.
Action manga,
When did it
fantasy,
win?
dark
Win?
fantasy.
What year?
2024.
What?
2024.
So it beat Free Run?
I don't know if Frieren ran against it.
I don't think Freerun was like completely out at that time.
Because
2024?
when they say 2024, I think they mean all anime in 2023.
Okay. Years are stupid.
They are stupid.
Almost as stupid
So
as
when most people say
fantasy
Demon Slayer, the
genre,
most thing they
apparently.
think is shonen. And then action.
I think Supernatural.
Yes!
Horror,
Yes!
monster, science fiction,
Horror
drama.
top. Horror top.
Okay, but science fiction right there.
I understand that, but it's horror top.
Frankenstein is a 1931 American pre-code science fiction horror film. Science fiction horror film.
Horror.
Science fiction
Horror.
was the first horror film directed by James Whale.
It's a horror.
A science
Or
fiction
sci-fi.
horror sci-fi. Look at that.
Oh, look, horror's first again.
But it's just
multiple genres.
No multiple genres. When is the cutoff? People are gonna say
Two.
two. Some are gonna say 5.
They're wrong.
Some are gonna say every genre counts.
I mean, to a certain extent, sure.
No!
But no, you're only going to classify it as 2 genres.
I classify one.
I'd say you
You
can
get
classify
one.
it as
That's so boring.
as many
though,
genres
'cause
as possible.
No!
But like the more genres you get, the worse it gets. Though.
Yeah.
No!
Like
you want to pick a lane or two and stay in them.
yeah, but
What
so
about-
like if
okay,
you
then what about One Piece? One Piece has many lanes.
does it?
But you separate it by arc.
I wouldn't separate any of it.
What genre is it? Then?
Well, first it would be considered a shonen,
All right.
and it would be considered a fantasy.
no.
Yes, because the Devil Fruits are considered magical to a lot of people. It is their magic system.
Yeah.
So it would be considered a fantasy. It would be considered an adventure. It depends on how you want to look at shonen. Some people classify shonens differently as a battle shonen.
See, I consider One Piece primarily as a cosmic horror
Yes, cosmic horror.
because the sea is terrifying.
No, he finally relented that Jurassic Park sci-fi because he can fight a dinosaur.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
That is not stupid. That's perfect logic.
That's not perfect.
Why
That's
did you fight a dinosaur and not a thing made out of stitched up body parts?
Have you seen what he can do in Darkstalkers?
that's Victor. That's different. He's a parody of Frankenstein.
Yeah, but he's still Frankenstein. And he can grab you with his butt cheeks, and I don't think I can
That's
fight that.
fucking
So
cool.
I don't
man.
think I can fight that. He can shoot electricity? No, we can't fight that. A dinosaur is just a really big lizard. We're fine, or a chicken, depending on which version you're going with. I can fight that
Do you think you can fight like a big cat?
potentially, depending.
What about a small cat?
Definitely.
What about 5 small cats stacked on
Easily.
top of each other?
Easy.
Yeah,
Okay.
cats are stupid anyway.
What
And they're
about
like they don't
3
have enough health.
5-year-olds with
Yeah.
rocks.
Oh, I'll take
Yeah.
him out. No shot.
Yeah, I think I'm really overconfident in my abilities to fight, but like
Here's a classic one that
as
I
an
get heat for.
American,
Here's a classic one that I get heat for. A kangaroo.
yeah,
Yeah, you're wrong.
definitely.
No.
You get disemboweled.
No.
Yes.
No.
You will die
No.
very fast.
Not at all.
Yes.
There's so
No.
many videos of people not dying.
Yes. Because kangaroos, when they fight, first they square up and they box each other. That's to test to see, am I willing to fight you? What is your arm strength? Because I know my legs are stronger. So we test with our arms. And when they humans, because humans, most of their power is up here,
Okay.
crazily enough. So if you hit a kangaroo in the face, it shocks them because they think, if their arms are this strong, their legs are going to kill me. So it shocks them and they won't fight. You see it countless times in Australia. And that's why I think I could take a kangaroo.
I want to see this.
Are we going to Australia just so I can punch a kangaroo in
Yeah.
the
I
face?
mean, you could just go to the zoo, climb into the.
Can climb into the kangaroo area.
Yeah.
That's the reason I think I can take a kangaroo. Logic. Could I take a bear? Most certainly.
Depends on the bear.
No.
That's
Polar
true.
bears are like 10 feet tall.
Yeah. If Zangief can fight a bear, I can fight a bear.
But you're not a big Russian man.
I'll train to be.
I will train to change my race.
But genuinely though, I think kangaroo is probably where I top out at.
I'm agreeing that we could fight kangaroos.
I don't think so.
And the cat depends. Like,
It depends on the cat. Like
yeah.
the tiger,
Like,
no.
no, there's no shot on a tiger, there's no shot on a jaguar.
Cheetah, yeah. anything would
Cheetahs.
fight.
Cheetahs are giant babies. They lose to meerkats.
Yeah, cheetahs die to anxiety.
So cheetah I could probably.
So
take.
do
I
we,
can't
though.
take it. I can't take it in a foot race. I'll tell you that.
Some humans. But,
Exactly.
Like,
Some cheetahs die to anxiety, but not all of them.
I don't
most
know.
of them.
I might
You
be able to
have
beat a cheetah in a race. It depends on the race.
True. If you break its
Okay.
legs, you can
No,
probably
not
go
even.
really
No, not
fast.
even. Not even attacking it. It depends on the race because they're sprinters. They're short bursts. Then they get tired. Humans are endurance runners. Can be endurance runners. So I think in a long race I could take a cheetah.
we involved sweating.
Yeah, we can
That's
sweat,
been an
they can.
issue for every other animal ever.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so I think I could take a cheetah in a race. But it depends on the race. Like a 100-meter dash, no shot. It's gonna beat me.
Okay.
But I think in like a marathon, I can beat it. Especially if it's like a triathlon, because they can't bike. Plus, I don't think they can swim very well either.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
Yeah.
So
Can't most cats swim?
They can
fine?
swim, but they do not like it. Well, some don't. Most don't.
Tigers
Some
love
don't.
swimming.
Tigers and jaguars love it. That's why they're the alpha predators. Like I don't understand why lions are considered the king of jungle. A, they don't live in a jungle, and B, they suck.
And like male lions, which people think of as like
They're not even good. No, it's the females.
Yeah.
I could probably take a male lion. I can't take a female lion.
Have you seen the photo used to say like during their cycle, female lions will like breed like 20 times a day, and they'll bite the balls of male lions if they can't keep up.
yeah.
That lion is so sad looking.
Death by snoo snoo.
Death by snoo.
Good trope.
He looks like he's dying.
That wouldn't shock me. Yeah.
Poor guy.
I could not take jaguars.
I've never
and tigers.
seen such a
maybe
sad
maybe a
looking
male
expression
lion.
on
Maybe.
an animal.
They seem like giant babies.
Who?
Lions?
Male lions, yes. They seem like giant babies. I would not
Yeah.
mess with a female lion.
I wouldn't mess with a lion in general.
Yeah.
No,
I wouldn't mess with any animal that's like large enough to fuck me up in one go.
I'd fuck with a gorilla.
We should watch the movie Roar.
You would get ripped in half.
give it some nugs.
Oh yeah, buddy, give me some nugs, yeah!
What did he say he would fight? I didn't.
A
catch-
gorilla.
A gorilla.
I didn't say no. I said I wouldn't. I didn't say fight. I said I'd fuck with a gorilla.
Okay.
I'd
you're
hang out.
using
I'd
different
hang out
terms
with. Yeah, I'd
for
hang out with a gorilla. That'd be
fighting
kinda
and
cool.
hanging out.
Orangutans too. I love monkeys.
Dude, I would
They're
hang out with
great.
an orangutan.
I would too, yeah. I'd go ride around in the golf cart, let it drive.
I could take out a lemur.
Okay, anyone could.
It's like saying
Any adult
I could beat up a groundhog. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
they're also not that bad. Raccoon.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I think I could.
I think it'd fuck you up.
Here's the thing. A lot of people say that because they don't want to hurt the animal. I have. If they're coming at me, I'm gonna fight back. Like a goose, if it comes at me, I'm gonna headbutt it.
Okay, you're gonna headbutt a goose.
A goose?
You're gonna crouch down and get into bite range.
Yeah, but he's probably gonna jump to
They-
me and
their
try to flog me. And I'm
neck-
gonna headbutt it.
Fits perfectly in your hand.
That's the easy way to win.
Why are you making it more difficult for yourself?
Because geese aren't scary.
They just roll intimidation.
Yeah, they roll intimidation really well, but I'm not intimidated.
Those motherfuckers stole my sandwich when I was a kid. Of
Yeah.
course they're intimidating.
Yeah, they intimidate, but they're not strong. They just have a really high. I think. What is intimidation? A charisma check?
I guess.
Well, whatever it is, they don't have high strength, so it's definitely not their strength check.
I don't think
But I can tell you right
D&D
now.
stats can be cleanly applied to real life.
Oh, they can. Tirzu does it all the time.
It's true.
Okay. He does video game stats.
That's true.
Same thing.
Video game stats are based on D&D
But no,
stats.
He doesn't
geese,
do
geese have a
wisdom.
very good intimidation check. I don't fall for that shit. They don't intimidate me. I'll headbutt that goose.
You're not intimidated by a kangaroo either, so there's something wrong with you.
The sense of fear is off in that skull, and I'm probably gonna die in some stupid way.
Yeah, I have the same thing with spiders, apparently.
Yeah.
Brown recluse holding motherfucker.
I didn't realize they could get that big, and then when I saw a small, normal one, I'm like, oh, I've seen this.
It's fine.
It gets ginormous.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're talking about like not being afraid of a goose or like a moose or something, but like grasshoppers though. Whew.
Yeah. Have you seen the grass or the locusts and the big ass fucking locusts and they like jump on you and they start
Yes.
screaming?
Yes.
See their fucking face, their mouth go.
No, I've never seen that because I get horrified by it. Those are eldritch abominations.
They are. They are. I agree. Grasshoppers that can fly.
Yes. I had a big one jump out and hit the wall of the building. And it scared me.
Well, good.
I
He's a
screamed
building.
at it. I said, "Get the hell away from me!"
Hell away from. Return the slab.
Yeah. So grasshoppers, we don't mess with because they're terrifying mofo's. I also the moose do not go on that list. I'm not gonna fight a moose.
Yeah, moose would easily fuck you. Only idiots go up the moose.
Yeah. Like I think I come up to its knees. We're not messing with that mofo.
I don't think that much, but
Last time I stood in front of a moose, it was I think a good shoulders taller than me. It wasn't that one. You weren't up to its knees, no.
I mean, you never know.
I guess you're right. There could be a giant moose out there, the king meese.
Well, I mean, if I come up only to its knees, I guess I could headbutt its knee and break its kneecap. So we can take moose. We can take a moose.
So hard.
We got this.
Your head's breaking.
Your head is breaking.
My skull is thicker than the moose's knee.
The moose just has to look down and chomp on your head.
They don't bite.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Horses
Yes.
Horses are dumb. I can take a horse.
bite. Horses, I've seen.
Horses
they're-
are intelligent.
They're dumb.
Horses are assholes.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are. I agree.
A horse is too slow. I mean, not movement-wise.
The video
In
where
order,
it eats
in,
a
order, in
duckling.
order to attack you, it has to turn backwards. So you're fine. Just
Yeah,
can
you
take
just
a
have
horse.
to dodge
Yeah, you
out
have
of the
to-
way
you have to
once,
move.
but then the goal of that is to get out, just run
Yeah,
away.
Get under him and uppercut. Sure you can.
Punch him in the balls.
Sure you can. Dragon punch.
What if it doesn't work? What if it just
Oh, it'll
kicks?
work.
It kicks back.
While you're under it,
Yes. It can trample you, dude.
move.
Yes, the defensive. Why didn't you just move?
If you're underneath its belly, it's not going to suddenly. It's not going to like crunch its feet all together and just tiptoe on you.
It's
Why?
going
So
to.
you're gonna punch it and just lay down for it to trample you?
Why are you getting yourself in a position where you're underneath it?
All you have
So
to do is
it's-
dodge
no,
once
they
and
can't.
run
They
away.
can't belly flop because they can't get back up.
What?
Horses can't stand up.
Yes, they can.
They sleep standing up.
And we're talking about mooses.
No, we're talking about horses now. I said I can take a horse, not a moose.
When did we switch?
He's wrong both ways, though. Horses can get up.
No.
Yeah.
Just like dogs can't look up.
That's so wrong. Buddy starts to sing all the time. That's about as
You know
dumb
where
as...
that one's from?
No, what is that one from?
That one's from Shaun of the Dead.
Yes, it is. It's still stupid.
It is. We
Oh.
clarify that.
So, wow, that derailed all thoughts I had. Wow.
Dude, he wiped my brain out work with the science fiction talk.
After I walked away, I was talking to Steve. I was like, "That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. I am gonna slap the shit out of that guy." I've never
Oh
felt
my
stupider
God.
in all my life hearing something.
He just like,
assaulted all the senses at once.
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
That take was so bad you
You
could
read it.
smell it.
Yeah.
You learned about that one brain drain class at Homestuck, and you're like, yes, I'm gonna
Yes.
do this.
It's pretty good.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
okay, so what's the worst take though? Frankenstein not being science fiction, or Jurassic Park being an eldritch horror?
That one.
Cosmic horror, sorry.
That one.
That one wasn't my take.
That was key.
That was a joke take.
yeah, and it
Just
wasn't
to
even.
continue pushing the buttons.
It wasn't even it was me misreading Keegan attempting to communicate through English.
Because he hit me with that one too. It was like, huh? I was joking when I said that.
I don't care. Jurassic Park sci-fi.
Jurassic Park is.
Yeah, because I can find a dinosaur.
But no, I think the stupidest take was that Frankenstein is not sci-fi.
No.
I think that is the dumbest
No.
take. It is.
It is a
easily
sub.
sci-fi.
It is a subgenre.
It's still that genre then.
It's a subgenre.
You realize I'm now going to force you to sit down and watch the 1931 film.
And I'm going to be scared the whole time.
No, you're not.
What? Yes, I am.
You're going to be like, wow, look at all this science. That's
No, I won't.
fictional.
I'll not bring up science once.
You're going to become.
I'll be cowering in fear.
You're going to go, wow, science rules.
Bill Nye died in Smiling
He
Friends.
did. It was sad.
That's cosmic horror.
Smiling Friends, yeah.
Yes.
Spamtopia.
Yeah. That was fucking creepy.
That was a great episode, though.
It was. Yeah.
Dude, I like Mr. Boss.
Same.
But is it science fiction? If Bill Nye's involved, it has to be.
He was just in a balloon and he died.
He's the science man, not the science fiction man.
That's true. So it was true.
Oh,
Everything
that's
that happened
real,
was
okay.
real, yeah. It was science.
I looked
fact.
it up. It's 100% true. But we're running out of helium.
Yeah. There you go.
What did I call a biography at work that tickled your guys' brain?
What was it?
I don't remember.
It hurt though.
Yeah.
It was like it hurt. That actually might have been worse than saying Frankenstein is not science fiction. What was it?
I don't remember.
You like?
Oh, we were arguing the definition of fiction. And I said it's fake, and then Steven said, "Well, then what's considered real?" I said biography.
Is that what the argument was?
Yeah.
I thought you were like misrepresenting biology by calling it biography.
No, biography. And then that upset Steven. I said biography is a work of real stuff about a real person, so it is real. It's not fiction.
Biographies can be fake.
What?
They can have fake shit in them.
Yeah,
That's just
like,
an unreliable narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's meant to be
Like,
real.
what's it
though.
called?
It is meant to be real.
There's
Okay,
a new one.
that's like-
Weird Al's.
Weird Al's biography.
Biopic.
Yeah, biopic.
Okay, that's unreliable narrative. If you just lie about something, it's not a biography. Like,
It's
the
still
goal
a
of
lie.
biography is
'cause
to
we
be
ended up-
real.
We ended up circling because he said, "What if a ghost writes a biography?"
What? We're missing
And
context.
I said, "That's still an autobiography because the ghost is writing about themselves, so it's a biography."
No, I remember a bad take was said. I don't remember.
I don't
what, though.
remember what it was though. Yeah, it was. It hurt
Because that
my
led
brain.
into ghosts being real.
Ghosts
Oh
are-
yeah, that was a thing. You saying Chucky was science fiction because
Oh, yeah,
of the
because
weight
it
of
ate
the
the
soul.
soul.
That was. You know what? That was worse.
A fucking fake, like, unreplicatable study that found the weight of a soul.
Yeah.
A body weighed less when it died.
Probably because it.
It lost,
fucking-
yeah, it lost its, like, the digestive let out and it lost some moisture.
Yeah.
Because bodies start to dehydrate.
Not immediately.
Did they do it?
Haven't you
immediately?
seen
I've never
South
seen
Park?
anything.
Chef shat himself immediately
No.
after he died.
Okay, they don't lose
South-
moisture immediately.
There's moisture in your shit.
Yeah.
Unless you're shitting like straight pellets.
You damn
Rabbit
rabbit.
shitting.
Exactly.
But like,
Dude, that chunk
Because
of
they
tape was really
specifically
good,
found
too.
it.
I'm proud of that
That
one.
was
Like,
that
dumb.
was amazing.
That was brain rot.
they found they searched for a ward of sick people that I forget what, but like the sickness didn't make them like thrash around, so it wouldn't affect the weight. Like it wouldn't jiggle the scale. Like they died holding still, so like they saw it like decrease when they died, but like no one's been able to replicate this, so it's
They're just not
fake.
working very well. It's not fake.
It's fake.
They just suck at science.
No, if you
The
do something,
non-science man says that the scientists suck at science.
Well, if they can't figure it out.
I can't.
No, they have,
look
and,
it up.
and it was they
They couldn't replicate
figured out
it,
that
so-
it is fake.
No. These guys knew what they were doing. Weight of a soul is 21 grams. And Chucky is science fiction.
Chucky's not science fiction. Chucky is garbage.
Oh, it would be horror fantasy.
Yeah. It would be horror fantasy.
It'd be supernatural horror.
Poor Wayne.
If all it takes to be fantasy is it to be set in
Have a
a
magical
fictional
element.
setting with a magical element, then yes.
That's a supernatural.
But what is supernatural? Supernatural
Yeah,
is just
Chucky's my favorite fantasy story.
what is supernatural other than just a subset of a fantasy? Okay.
Well, ghosts are real and they're said to be supernatural.
That's a little bit more debatable.
Which part?
That whole sentence was debatable.
No.
Oh my god.
Now I want to know what genre people say Chucky is. It's not called a fucking fantasy.
I think we've won this one, boys. Yeah.
Dude, it's like playing chess with a pigeon.
Whoa.
You're just knocking
I am-
over the
I am
pieces and
bad.
shitting on the board.
Oh, you didn't search. I was like, it is definitely not. Oh, that says mystery.
It's a horror, slasher, suspense, mystery, thriller, psychological thriller, indie film.
Ah,
Yeah, I would
It
say
was indie?
directed by Tom Holland.
wait, what? Huh.
A different Tom Holland, I would assume.
No, he
Before he was
Is
born.
Frankenstein a slasher film?
No,
Oh,
he
okay.
doesn't use a fucking knife.
Frankenstein's monster is not even really the bad guy.
I know.
And Dr. Frankenstein is...
Igor's the bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's this Tom Holland guy? That's Tom
That
Holland.
is not Tom Holland.
That's Tom Holland. That's my favorite Spider-Man right there.
I was like, he did not play Venom.
He could play Uncle Ben.
He kind of buffed though.
He is kind of buff, though. He's 81 years old.
He really buffed though.
Yeah. Oh, this was in 2008.
He dead though.
No, he's not dead. As of right now, he's 81 and he's alive.
Oh, that makes sense.
But this picture was taken in 08.
Yeah.
So
16
he
years
was...
ago.
Oof.
He was an actor.
Was he?
Yeah, he played
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
He was in Hatchet too. Okay. That's it. There you go. A Walk in the Spring Rain. Well, anyways. Yeah, Child's Play is a slasher. A supernatural slasher film.
The slasher fantasy.
But look at that. There's no horror in it, though.
I guess it's not scary. I should probably rethink what I think.
Exactly.
Oh, what's it? That has
Cosmic
to be,
horror.
That has
Cosmic
to
is yeah, it
be,
is cosmic
has,
horror.
That has
Cosmic
to be,
horror.
That has to be fantasy.
No.
Oh, we're going with the.
Yeah, the good one.
Oh, it ain't even cosmic horror.
It's a
No,
horror
okay,
drama
because
It's
do
a
they have
drama?
the
psychological
Space Turtle
horror drama. Oh, this is the
miniseries?
wait. Is
I
that
hear
the-
that's pretty good too, though.
What's the one that has
Him. It was 19.
It was 90. Okay.
Oh, 1990. 1960 is when it takes place. It makes sense.
Yeah, no, this one was the good one.
Because
Because it had Tim Curry in it.
Yeah.
Were
Tim
you
Curry.
saying this is not as good as the new one?
I was gonna say the other.
It's pretty campy.
That's the point.
It's the reason I was scared of clowns for many, many years.
Tim Curry's the best.
He is the best. His best role was Home Alone.
I disagree, but
No, I mean
You're
just
committing
half
political
wrong.
violence on
I'm
my
half
brain.
wrong.
you are.
It is science fiction, but not it's not main genre. It's subgenre. Horror is its main genre.
It can be
No,
two different genres.
no.
It is a science.
If you
fiction
have a
horror.
main in a video game, it is considered one.
a what?
A main character in a video game. You're considered one thing.
What?
You can have main characters. You can have multiple mains.
No,
Yes.
no. You have a main character and then sub characters,
It's
substitutes.
not. That's
Yeah.
not true.
Yeah.
You can have main characters and then you can have sub characters.
No, you only have one main, and then you have subs to deal with your bad fights. Your what are they called? Your unfavorable matchups.
Who's the main character here?
In this group?
In this group, who's the main character here?
You.
No. We're all main characters.
No.
If you look at
I
my
thought she
anime
said
list,
she pooped.
Thank you. You should tell her thank you. Confuse her back. So, like in Guilty Gear, you are a main, and you
Yes.
might have some
Okay,
backup
you're-
characters to like
That's
to
different.
deal with. If
this
no,
is
it's not.
different. False equivalences.
No.
What the fuck?
Dude, he is such a girl boss, gaslighting.
Gatekeeping.
There's no gatekeeping here. The
You're
only thing
gatekeeping the truth from us.
I'm gatekeeping the fact of science fiction away from Frankenstein, like it truly should be.
What about the Moby Dick being a cosmic horror?
I agree with that one.
I
I've
think
never
that's-
read it, but I think that's a great take
It-
on it.
It is. I think it's cool.
You can read it that way, I guess. But like, if I haven't read it, but if it just doesn't show the whale, that could mean multiple things. Like that could just be him going crazy. That's not.
Yeah, and what does cosmic horror notably do?
Cause people be crazy, but like cosmic horror did just like create schizophrenics.
It did. Every
You can be
schizophrenic
crazy
saw
without
the
having a cosmic horror happen.
No. I have upset Wayne again.
I think that's your main goal in life.
Yes, to be upsetting. So at the end of the day, the Chucky take is probably the worst, not the Mary Shelley take.
Yeah.
I like that one. That was my favorite take.
That's
think-
a joking take. I don't believe
joke
you
take,
actually
no,
believe that.
Chucky has no science in it. But it is a funny one. That was a good one. Like it rattled the brain cage.
if
real
that was
well.
if that was your like a serious take that you had, yes, I would agree. That is the worst take you've had.
But like,
But
joke
the-
takes could be anything.
True. But I do think Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is a science fiction horror film.
No, I think it's only a horror film. There's science fiction elements in it.
Okay. I agree. It's a genre, but like,
Yes.
it can be described as a
They-
science fiction movie. You can describe stuff based on its subgenre.
You can,
and
it
it
would
can be
confuse
correct.
a lot of people.
No,
Yes.
obviously not. If everyone thinks it's a sci-fi movie.
Mm-hmm.
so we're gonna go right back to Chris Defense 101. So if I say my favorite fantasy story is Demon Slayer, you're gonna be like, or if you ask me what my favorite
No,
fantasy is,
because-
I say Demon Slayer, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, totally, I get that one. No, you're gonna be,
Because I don't think that should even be a subgenre for that.
but it is though.
But by definition of what fantasy is, yeah, it is.
I don't care. They're wrong.
But now you're doing the same thing he is.
Yeah, I don't care.
No. See,
See, I
what the proper level-headed take for that should be is
Oh, I
while-
totally agree and I accept it. No, join the dark side.
While I disagree personally that the fantasy would be its main genre,
Join the dark side.
I do concede that
Does that
it is a
mean that-
fantasy.
Does that mean that Star Wars is a fantasy?
It is a. It depends on what you take from that, because
the Force is magical.
the Force is. But they also then go and explain it in a scientific way, like in a scientific way. So they try to.
Science fantasy. Star Wars is a science fantasy.
Yeah,
Totally not a drama.
I mean,
Soap opera.
basically it's just it's just a space soap opera, but
Yeah, space opera is a genre.
because of Star
Would that be
Wars.
its primary?
No, wasn't it like?
No, I think
That-
its primary is sci-fi because it's in space.
Yeah,
it's
it's primarily sci-fi. but-
Sci-fi does not mean space.
That's true.
Sci-fi does not mean space.
Yeah.
And being in space does not make it a sci-fi.
You have to have science to get in space. It's not automatic.
Okay, you've already said
So,
Jurassic Park.
okay, here's something for you. Is the very famous 68 film called The Moon Landing. Was that science fiction?
Was it a fantasy story? Or
No,
not
it
a
was something
fantasy
that
story?
really happened.
Well, yeah, that's a really happened.
And they went in space then.
But
Yeah,
they
it's
filmed
science.
With science.
It's science biography.
But by your very own definition, just a moment ago, they went in space and they used science. So,
Yeah, space
Science
is fiction.
science fiction.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, space is fake. Flat Earth. Right. Sorry.
I see the dome.
I see the dome.
We're
We're just arguing in circles.
It's my favorite thing to do.
The goalpost is doing this.
Because he keeps false equivalencing, so we have to say why that isn't.
Yeah.
And then he does another one. And we have to,
And then we circle back around to the original point, and then he does it again.
So Chucky's science fiction.
No, I think Chucky's a biography.
True. There are Chucky dolls in real life.
That's true. I think they're all disturbing and should be burned.
They are. His wife's hot though.
You're wrong. You're so wrong.
also, he's gay now.
Who, Chucky? Oh, that's right. They did do that to him. Why?
I don't know.
Tiff is fantastic. I forget who plays her.
I don't think I've seen this.
Chucky?
His
Yeah.
wife.
Oh, the Bride of Chucky.
I genuinely forget her name. That
Mrs.
shit
Chucky?
That shit
Oh.
used to be
Mrs.
ingrained
Chucky.
in my brain, and now it's gone.
It's like Smurfette.
Yeah. Think Elvira, but a bit more edgy.
Is she
It's a creepy doll
human?
thing.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Oh, we're okay. I guess we want to do the doll. That can be hot too, I guess. But
Who are you thinking of?
his wife.
Who's a doll?
No, half of the time, yes.
Sure. I think the controversial take was, what the fuck?
Bruh.
Sorry.
But no, I bring it up. Bring it up. Because she is a human in half the show.
Well, yes, but when you're talking about Bride of Chucky, you're gonna be.
We can
We're
include
thrilled.
the doll, whatever. It looks almost like her, except a doll. Jennifer Tilly. I didn't even have to look. There she is, right there, Jennifer Tilly. See, we're just getting the doll.
Exactly.
And then she's right there.
So when you type in Bride of Chucky, that's
Jennifer
what you
Tilly.
get is the doll.
You get Jennifer Tilly. She's great.
Based on pictures, I'm gonna say she doesn't transform back and forth between a doll.
She does. Do I need to? Okay, so we're gonna ruin it right now. So in the movie, Chucky goes to her house, and I think she refuses to help her or something. So she kills her, or he kills her, and puts her soul into a doll. So there she is. And their goal now is to get themselves out of the doll bodies. And at the end of the movie, she does just that, but ends up not helping Chucky. And Chucky kills their child, I think.
And then there's
And
the
puts
third
it-
movie.
Yeah, there's more. The Seed of Chucky.
Yeah. Which is a dumb
Yeah.
one.
But no, she gets out of the body and back to human.
Sounds like just at the very beginning and at the very end she's human.
So he's
About a third.
You're still wrong.
Why am I wrong? She's a human.
But she doesn't just freely.
She's not the
transform
bride
back.
of
No,
Chucky
100%
when
she
she's
freely
the-
transforms.
Yeah, and she's not the Bride of Chucky when she
Human.
hops back
Yeah,
into
she is.
human.
No.
Yeah, she is. She's still his wife.
Doll marriages dissolve when you're no longer a doll.
That's true. He's got a point. We know this
Is
because
this-
we're doll
is-
lawyers.
Oh. That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, you lost that argument.
You've seen Always Sunny, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Bird
one-
law, doll marriage law.
I still, whenever I think of Always Sunny, I think of the implication. You know the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen all this.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. That scene's great. As Max just like, wait, so we're gonna.
Well, yeah, we're gonna.
No, just the implication.
Just the implication. I'll have to show you after this. It's Always Sunny
using a
is
boat
great
for
dark
sex.
humor. Yeah. Yeah.
They can't say no because of the implication.
The implication.
I'll show me after this.
Yes. Speaking of which,
Hour 47 minutes.
I think that's probably enough.
Good cut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a good cut?
I would say so.
Good cut, guys.
Good cut.
That's gonna be a good face to capture.
Right?
Make faces at the camera. On 3. Say goodbye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, Chad.